Hey, what is going on? So I am on the second leg of my time off and I find myself in Iowa right now. And boy, look what I was able to locate today at the Altoona. I think that's what it's called. Altoona Target. I found Motormaster there along with 3 of the red cogs. And so I brought along the Fossilizers with me because typically I take my toys when I travel. And I kind of put this together. He looks okay from the front. The illusion kind of disappears once I turn him around. You can kind of see it. The legs don't look great from the back. Yeah, but again, I'm just kind of working with one fossilizer each. Once I get back home, I'll probably use a couple to kind of beef them out. But for those of y'all who got Motormaster, I don't know if this is the same, but this arm is a lot looser than this arm is. And for some reason, I feel like he has a slight tilt that he's not standing straight, but whatever. Okay, I'm back, but dude, it was a catastrophic failure right now as I was taking them apart. Like, all the parts just flew off and stuff. But so, dude, I was actually off camera for quite some time. But I have everything here. So let me make sure that everything's in focus because I'm going to be holding these up close. No, I think that's good. Yeah, I think that's good. Okay, so this is the right arm, and yeah, there you go. That's how it connects. And so in terms of how this all works is there's a lot of tension here. You can see this is not going to fall off. And the way it works is you start up at the top. So, okay, you know what? I'm going to explain it first, and then I'm going to take it apart so that you can see. So this blade is being hugged by the 2 claws. You see, right? This one doesn't connect anywhere other than the aesthetic on the outside and to make it look kind of similar. The inner one connects also on the same bit, but it also connects down here. So one right there, and then one right there, right? And then you have the little buckler over here. There's a little hole basically where this fits. So at the back of this, there's a little peg, and that peg plugs into the chin, the underside of the dino skull. The dino skull extends up and connects into the frilly tail bit. You know what I'm talking about? The end of the tail. And that tail is sandwiched between the 2 thighs, and the thighs are plugged into the calves, the heel part specifically, and then these heels basically plug in. Okay, so there's a bit of tension there, and that's why it's all held in place. So once I undo it, you're going to see it's going to kind of come apart a little bit. Well, maybe not 100%, but okay. So like I said, and I'm not going to put them back together again. No Humpty Dumpty stuff. See, the claw bit sandwiched. It was under the chin, like that. It was under the chin, like that. And then that piece was plugged in to here, okay? And like I said, this is all kind of connected up top. And so this piece, you can just undo these parts. As you can see, he has 2 pegs right there, right? That's where actually everything is connecting. And so those two pegs connecting to these 2 ports. And then there's a cow outside, by the way. I can hear it like mooing right now. So anyway, yeah, that goes like that. That is the Paleotrex arm. And you got to kind of like fidget with the fit and finish and just kind of the angles and stuff and get it right, and it'll work. And Spindle, this one came apart. Okay, this one's very similar. You can see the same thing, right? The same motif going on over here. We have the thighs sandwiching the frilly tail bit, and then you have the calves plugged in, and then those are plugged into the exact same way on the Paleotrex. Spindle obviously is a little bit different because the head comes apart from the jaws, and up front, these are the bits that I did not use. I could have adorned them on the rest of the body, but the Spindle head, the Paleotrex head, the 2 tails, and the Ractonite waist, I just chose not to. But you can stick them wherever you want. Okay, and then this tail bit extends down. Then you plug that into the... I'm stuttering right now because I realized I didn't take a thumbnail for this video, but whatever, we'll figure it out. By the way, mine is really loose over here, and I kind of don't like that, dude. But I mean, whatever, dude. This frilly tail bit is plugged into the Spindle dinosaur, like torso, I guess, with the chin part angling up. And, you know, this is different because, you know, the chin part works differently than the Paleotrex. It doesn't have a 5mm port. There's like a tab that this all plugs into. So you keep this as one bit. And then down over here, there's going to be a port where the head is supposed to plug in. That's where you plug in the frilly spine of the Spinosaurus. And because the spine is a little bit different than the axe bit, you plug in the claw right here. And then you extend that and you plug it in over here. The placement of the ports are also different as well, because you got to imagine the two arm bits actually, like, they connect together. So the ports and the pegs are on opposite sides. Same thing for this as well. Paleotrex is down here, and versus up here. So you have one, and I'm going to show you in a second, but I'm just explaining it. So you have the claw bit plugged into the frill. That's plugged in right over here. And then this secondary one, just kind of like covering the gap, is just plugged into Menasor's like arm bit. Okay, so to first remove this, like I said, it's all like this. The frilly bit plugged into the claw right there, and then this bit plugged in right there, and the rest of this just like the Paleotrex one you just removed. Okay, now we're going to get to the legs. Like I said, Humpty Dumpty style, he will not come back together again. Okay, this one's probably the easiest. You just lift off. Just pull this off. And I didn't bother strengthening this with little pieces of paper. I should have, but whatever, dude. So he has two pegs on the top. And what you're doing is you're basically plugging in these two things onto the top over here. So it's kind of like resting like that. Okay. So how do you make this? It's pretty easy. You just flip the rack body upside down. You have the tail covering plugged in over here, and you have the tail plugged in. And the two big legs you have plugged into the side of the rack body. And then you have the two small rack legs plugged into underside of the heel. And then you have the rack head, the dino head over there. Like I said, you just kind of plug those two things in here and have it like that, and it ends up being like that, okay? Anyway. Last one, Wingfinger. Probably this was the worst one. Look how empty it is, right? But, I mean, if I had a couple of them, I could probably beef it out, and that's one of the things that I want to do eventually, use several of them to actually fill up one limb. But like I said, I am traveling at the moment, and so I only have one of each, and so you got to bear with me. Same thing, he has two plugs at the top, and so you know what, let me just separate the bottom. I think it might be easier that way. So this is the Wingfinger torso, right, the top torso. And then you have the hands basically plugged in like you would in the Wingfinger robot mode, and then he's gripping the feet like that. And on the back, you just have the dinosaur skull plugged in, and that little hole, that little peg, is going to plug into this and this. This is just the Wingfinger lower torso with the thighs plugged into the side, and then you just have little spears plugged in like so, right? And then you are plugging this. Yeah, I didn't reinforce this with little pieces of paper. I should have, but whatever. So that's how it looks. And then everything gets threaded. Oops, sorry, threaded through here. So it's kind of like that. And then this top part kind of hugs in. Once you get it together, it doesn't look that bad, but that's basically what it is. Okay? Not too bad, right? Anyway, like I said, I'm not going to put this dude together again. It's a hassle on camera, and I'm not going to do that. I'm just trying to get the focus here. So, thanks for watching. But this guy's a beast, though, dude. This guy's dope, dude. Look at his face, man. He's awesome. Yeah, he's Beasterizer. Super cool, super cool. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll catch y'all next time, okay? Thanks, guys. Bye. Bye, 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 bye.